Okay. All right. Very good. Well, this is a really fun message, and this is going to be intense. It's going to be high energy. You got to get ready to rock and roll. It's two parts. Okay. First part is I'm going to break down how to really run a good phone jam and give you some keys to some execution, and obviously you can follow the notes. Then we're going to give you a chance to actually make calls so that we can get you your demos booked up for the next couple weeks, start the contest the right way. We're taking everybody with us to Puerto Vallarta. I can build this trip up again if you really need me to, but boy, is it going to be unbelievable. So let's talk about phone jams. Obviously, you have one goal. Your goal is to get every representative that has a sample kit on your team to at least $1,000 for the week. We all cool with that? Yeah. Okay, cool. It's not hard to get people to $1,000 a week if they're doing demos consistently, but it does require you to run phone jams. Now, you want to break your week into a couple categories, right? So you have Monday to your team meeting. You need to get them a couple demos. You got the team meeting till Friday. They need to do a couple demos. And then you got the weekend to Monday again to get them a couple demos. And in that time frame, anyone who completes 6 to 7 demos will at least sell $1,000. It's a guaranteed, straight-on fact. Now, the biggest thing, though, is that you don't just want to rely on your team meeting phone jam. There are so many managers who think that only one time per week is our largest demo generating event, and that's all we're going to get, and we got to work it. And that is true, but you could be running phone jams every day. You could be running phone jams virtually. You could be running phone jams at a meeting. You can run phone jams in the morning. You can do this any time. If a rep has 6, 7 demos, will they sell $1,000 for the week? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, so you got to drive demos by coaching, not managing. Do you understand that? That is the difference. You are not a manager. You are a coach. Your job is to help bring people up. It's to make them want to work instead of feel like they have to work. It's to get them inspired and invigorated. That's what makes people get on the phones. That's what really inspires people to want to get those 6, 7 demos. So you could literally go back to your office, aside from your district or division manager, and you could double or triple your sales report if you implement this one message that we're giving right now. So let's talk about how do you develop a culture of the phones. Because if there's one thing we do in our office very, very well, it's that every time someone comes into the office, they will be booking demos. But it's a culture, and it's got to start early, it's got to be often, and it has to start from the top-down leadership. That comes from you. We do the right things because it's the right thing to do. We make good choices because it's the right thing to do. And if it's a culture, culture means it's just the way things are, then you can start a culture of the phones in your office. So if you look at the notes, right? It starts on day 2 of training. It starts on day 3 of training. Don't they have a phone jam on day 2? So they make calls their first day on the job. They make calls their second day on the job at day 3 of training. They make calls at advanced training. They make calls their first PC. They make calls their first team meeting. And within the rep's first 5 days, they have recognized that every time they come into the office, they make the mental connection, we come here to work, we come here to book demos. If that is how you bring a representative into the business, where they make calls every time, the first 5 times they come into your office, they will understand to make calls every time. That's how it becomes cultural. And then what will happen is your future training classes, as they come in on day 1 and day 2, what are they going to be seeing? All the previous week's training classes doing what? So they'll just think it's what we do, it's the culture, it's the way to be. So, anytime you see a rep, you have a chance to coach them. There's always the one more attitude. Let's just get you one more demo, just like working out, right? But if you do it on your own at the gym, you always give up a little early. You never max out on your reps. But if you have a coach, if you have a mentor, if you have a leader, which is what the people in this room are, should always be a one more attitude. Don't ever let somebody slide by and not reach their potential. Get them on the phones, get them a couple more demos. They only need 6 to 7, and every rep on your team would be selling $1,000. The key is, you gotta add value and appreciate people before you ask them to make calls, just like Kirk said, by doing what? Sharing your vision, tying them into the office, tying them into the goals. We don't just say, work hard. It's not just get on the phones and book demos. It's because they've got a next promotion coming up. They want to win a President's Club letter. Maybe they're going after a scholarship. Maybe they want to be #1. Maybe they're driven by competition. Maybe they want to beat their PR. Maybe it's team versus team in the office. Maybe you're in a push. Maybe they're trying to hit a goal. But if there's no reason behind it, nobody's just going to work hard, right? So as a coach, as a leader, it's our job to provide that vision to get people inspired to get on the phones. So let's talk about properly executing a phone jam. Because a lot of times people don't understand the real science behind the phone jam. So you can pretty much figure it out. Number one, energy's high. Is my energy high right now? Yeah. This is how you run a phone jam. You got to get hyped. And I don't care if it's the longest day of your life, you got to go chug some Red Bull. But you better get fired up, ready to rock and roll, because when those reps show up, they're going to feed off your energy. They're going to feed off whatever you give them. So energy's got to be high. Number two, music has to be playing. You never want reps to walk into an office and feel like they're at the doctor's office. The doctor's office is so uncomfortable because it's silent. And everybody's afraid to talk. And it's stark and it's horrible. So you got to get the music on. Now I'm not talking about gangster rap, okay? But like classic rock, songs everybody knows. You know what I mean? Play the cool stuff. But the point is, there's got to be music, your energy's high. Number three, the check-in. Check-in is key. The check-in is where it's at. So let's say you came to my office and you just showed up. Maybe it's your very first team meeting, maybe it's not. Okay, hey Kurt, dude, you know what? Welcome to the team meeting. I know this is your first team meeting. You've never been to a team meeting before. You can tell music's on, energy's high. Let me explain what tonight's all about. We are going to get you on the newsletter. We're going to make the best paycheck. Tonight is all about hitting your goals. All right? So let me just explain. We're going to have a contest. And in order to get in the contest, we're giving away a free cheese knife tonight. Now, in order to get in the contest, you got to get 6 demos booked up. Okay? Once you get 6, you get a ticket in the drawing. Every demo you get after 6, you get an additional ticket. But we only have 90 minutes. So there's no time to mess around. I want to get you checked in. We're putting your name up on the board. We're getting you working. You got your leads with you? Ready to rock and roll? Dude, I'm counting on you. Can you be a leader tonight? All right, you got it. But the point is, you have to check people into the phone jam. See, a lot of times, these reps just come in for the meetings, and everybody's like, all right, guys, get on the phones. But what you didn't do is you didn't check them in the right way. By sharing a vision, getting them excited about a goal, getting them tied in, bringing your energy, transferring it to them, and getting them in the right mindset before you ask them to go work hard. The check-in is key. It's so valuable. After the check-in, you write everybody's name up on the board because you got to get tally marks, right? Tally marks are very important. Then the next one is, you got to have a goal. So let's say that the goal, by the way, can be based on 2 things. One, your reps, it can be their goal. Or it can be your office's goal. Not for the office goal, because we are a team. And we need every person on the team bringing value. So the biggest thing is to understand that 1 demo equals 100 CPO. Does everybody understand that concept? So if you want to sell $10,000 for the week, how many demos do you need? How many? 100. So if I have 10 people at a team meeting, how many demos does everybody got to get booked up? Whatever it is, the point is, we work towards a goal. We don't just run a phone jam to get a couple demos booked up. There's a rhyme, there's a reason, there's a purpose, it's intense, it's energy, it's passion, it's vision, and people are rocking. The next part, coaching and training. So a lot of times, you hear managers say, my reps struggle on the phones, I don't have a lot of names to call. Maybe you see somebody who's burning through leads. You need to understand that phone jams are where you train people to get better on the phones. So for example, while I'm at a phone jam, we don't do as much phoning. I don't have PCs with reps to teach you how to get on the phones. When you come to a phone jam, you will learn everything at that phone jam. Because here's how it's going to go. I'm working the phone jam. Now, a lot of managers, they'll go, okay, everybody, go make calls, and then they'll go hop on Facebook, play Candy Crush, go sit behind their desk, and do jack squat, and just, oh, you got another demo? Cool, let's mark it on the board. Versus actually actually walking around, bringing the energy, driving and coaching people, and here's the key to what I mean. The key is you need to point out and coach people when they do things right and wrong. So let's say Kirk just booked a demo, and I was walking around and I'm listening to Kirk. And so Kirk says, Kirk had got an objection. Hey, call me back. Can you call me back next week? And I listened to Kirk not get that demo. Who has ever experienced that? You literally watched a rep burn a lead and not get the damn demo. So what I would do at that moment is I would say, okay, Kirk, here's how you handle that objection. Hey, Ms. Jones, I totally understand. I'm up at the office right now. Got to turn in something to my manager for the scholarship purposes, just so I can get credit. Can we just put down a tentative time, just get something on the books so I don't look bad for my boss? I'll give you my cell phone number if you need to reschedule. Right? So I'll nail that. And then I'll make him role play that with me. Now here's what's going to happen. What do you think the next customer is going to say to him again? Can you call me back, right? But see, at the phone jam, I coached Kirk how to handle that objection, and he's going to get the demo this time, and I'm going to go, all right, everybody, stop. No more calls. Kirk just got an objection. The lady said, call me back. Who else gets that objection? Raise your hand. Now, Kirk, what did you say to that lady to get the demo this time? And then he's going to go, here's what I said, blah, 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 blah. And what did he just do? He taught my whole team how to handle that objection, didn't he? Coaching happens at phone jams. This is how you get reps better. You use phone jams to work them. All right? These are workshops. Okay, so let's get through some misconceptions. There is a misconception that the secret to running a good phone jam is all about the event itself. That simply just saying we're having a phone jam is going to get you demos. The truth of the matter is, a phone jam success is determined long before the event ever happens, because I got to bring the energy, I got to turn the music on, I got to get myself prepped, I need to know how many demos I got to get, and I got to be ready to check people in the right way. Muhammad Ali said the fight is won well before you get in the ring, right? This is the before the ring. We make the decision the phone jam is going to go well right here, right now, don't we? Okay, so here's the deal. Phone jams are successful due to promotion early and often. So here's how you do it. Reps in training, seeing people make phone calls. Reps make phone calls together, not separate. How many of you in your office, when you do phone jams, people separate? You got people in this room, that room, outside. Show of hands if that's your office. Okay, don't ever do that again. You should have people make phone calls sitting next to each other. When people get comfortable and confident making a phone call next to another person, you will never have another issue with phone jams, and it's harder for you to manage as a manager because you're bouncing around from room to room, and the second you go into this room to check on these people, they stop working over here. And the second you go over here, they stop working over there. You want to keep everybody together in the same room. And you have them make calls together on day 2 and day 3 and at AT1, and they're comfortable making calls for the rest of their career. Phone time is the easiest part of the job. Phone time is the best part of the job. Reps should be making calls on day 3. Reps should make calls at AT1. Reps should make calls when they come and turn in orders. How many people at your office show up on Monday and turn in paperwork, pick up supplies, and leave? Is that you? Well, that's why you lose. Because a rep should know when you come to the office, I'm going to turn in my order forms, I'm going to re-up on supplies, but I'm also going to book my next 3 demos. They should know when I come in for a PC, yes, I'm going to get some value, yes, I'm going to get some information, but I'm going to get 3 demos before I leave. There has to be a culture in the office of making calls. Reps should make calls after every PC. Phone jam times are offered 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday at least. And I would say that your office is already going to be open from, 9 to 9 anyway. So why would you not just invite people? Why does it have to be just at the team meeting? Why are your reps not making calls every day? Hell, why don't you make calls every day? You really think it's hard to make 100 phone calls? 25 30 in the morning, 30 at night, 30 throughout the day? It takes 60 minutes to make 100 phone calls. And some of you guys bitch about making 20 phone calls. It's lame. The phones are the easiest part of the job. It is guaranteed money. It is control. I know if I sit down and I make calls with my leads, that is boom, 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 I'm going to have a good week. But it's got to feel like that for you, and you need to transfer that to your reps. So create a culture, you got to start on day one. If a rep sees other people making calls every time they come into the office, and they equate that to success, they will follow suit. You will not have a hard time or have to beg your reps to get on the phones if it is a culture and you start from day one. What do you guys think of the info so far, okay?
Yeah.
Damn, I must be sucking. That was horrible. Let's skip past to the part where it says event management. Okay? So let me explain what we are skipping over right now. What we're skipping over are my one-liners. They're things for you to look at later. They're things you can add to create a culture of phones in your office. It's valuable information, but I want to give you time to get on the phones and make some freaking money right now because I'm going to get you fired up. So here's the deal. Alright? How to actually run a phone jam. Okay? Number one, attendance is key. Number two, have a goal. Number three, tie the team into the goal. Offer some incentives. Offer a contest. Have a vision. Be excited. Be energetic. Let's move on to number four. Now, working the event, I just talked about a little bit, but you should work the event. And then you have when to run phone jams. You have all the information in front of you. But let me tell you what you're lacking. Vision, passion, energy, excitement, drive. When you get that, that will transfer to your reps. That's what trickles down. It is not hard to run a phone jam if you are freaking ready to rock and roll before that phone jam starts. Your energy's got to be so high. Now here's the deal. When we run phone jams, there are some very important things. One, recognize success. Two, correct people and make sure they're not burning through leads. These aren't in the notes. These are your little lectures, right? Don't let your reps burn through their leads. Help them. Be their coach. Be a mentor. Be the reason they're successful. To me, in my opinion, V-Phones is by far the easiest part of the job. Who in here does not like the phones? Be honest. That's because you suck at them. The only reason you don't like making calls is because you suck at making calls. So here's the deal. Give me all of your objections that you have such a hard time with, and I'm going to tell you how to handle the objection. Let's go. Hey, no problem, Mr. Jones. I'm totally busy too. I'm in school, I'm working full time, and I'm trying to win a scholarship. But I'm so passionate about my goal, I'm literally working so hard. This is something that keeps me up at night, wakes me up in the morning. Is there any way possible you can squeeze me in breakfast, lunch, dinner? I'll come tuck your kids into bed if I have to. But that's how committed I am to my goals. And I just want to win the scholarship. What do you say? Next objection, what do you got? Who's next?
Not really interested.
If you were interested, you probably would have called me. Nobody's interested. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm a kid trying to win a scholarship. So what I'd really like to do is get 30 minutes, because my assignment is to get your opinion on something. So, what would be a good time for you? Who's next? When do you leave? Tonight? Okay, cool. I've got my calendar in front of me. Can you grab your calendar so we can just set a date in stone right now?
Actually, I'm at work. My calendar's at home.
Oh, no problem. You're at work and you don't have your calendar? You must not have a good job. Say again?
I've watched that before, and I've never known what to say to that.
Well, listen. What did I tell Kirk? I'm up at the office right now. I have to turn in something to my manager to show him what I got booked up for the scholarship purposes. I don't want to look bad for my boss. So can we just tentatively put a date in the books, and I'll leave you with my cell phone number in case you need to reschedule? I'm just trying to win the scholarship. What's usually good for you? Morning, midday, or afternoon? What's usually a good day for you? When do you usually have a bit of free time? See, it's a lot easier to get the demo than you think. Super easy. Now this objection of, hey, I just got to get something on the books for my boss. I got to turn in something to my manager by the end of the night, show him what I got booked up for the scholarship purposes. There is no nice woman on the face of the planet who is going to make you look bad for your boss and potentially get you fired. You will get that demo every time. That is the easiest objection to handle, in my opinion. See, the phones are too easy. The phones are too easy. If a customer picks up, they will schedule. I don't get no's. Everybody books up. Because there's no objection that you're going to give me that I won't be able to rattle something off. Who's next? Yep.
I'm actually going to a funeral because my grandpa just died.
I'm terribly sorry to hear that. What would be a better time for me to schedule the appointment? I've got my calendar. I'm really committed to my goals. And I'm okay if it's several weeks from now. Because I'd like to be sensitive to your needs. But I do want you to understand, I'm really trying to win the scholarship. I'll do whatever it takes.
My dog just died too.
If you want, we can do the demo at the SPCA and get new dogs together. Okay? I completely understand. Here's what I'll do. Because you just got the bad news medically, I will not do the full presentation and waste your time. What I'd like to do is I'd like to just get the credit for my scholarship. So you can relax, you can sit back, and all you have to do is listen. Would you be willing to at least help me out? Hard to say no, isn't it? See, the phones is too easy for me. The reason I became a manager is because selling is for kids, and it was too easy of a job. Yeah, Damien?
I mean, with the holiday season right now, I'm just too crazy. I've got all my family from out of town. You're going to have to give me a call after the holidays. I'd love to help you out, though.
See, that's where you're wrong. I love that your family's in town because I get double credit. So that's actually better for me. So, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to schedule the appointment at a time that's convenient for you because you would help me double with my scholarship. Now, I'm a student. I've got exams. I've got, all this other stuff. So I'm trying to meet my deadline before the holidays as well because I'm going to have to study. So, I'd get double credit, you'd really help me out, and it'd be super fun. What do you say? Who's next? Yeah? That's actually better for both of us because I wouldn't want to waste your time. Rather than do the full presentation, I'd like to come in for a quick 10 or 15 minutes, let you look through the catalog, see something you like great, if not great, that's okay too. I just get credit anyway. All I'm trying to do is win a scholarship. But literally, I am so passionate and committed to my goals, I will do anything. What do I need to do to get this demo with you? You tell me and I'll be there. Yeah?
I already have that already.
Cool. I'm better. Now here's the thing. You already have a cut covered up, so you understand how the program works, right? We're all trying to win a scholarship, and you understand that I get credit just by you looking? So if you want to keep buying from that person, that's fine. There's only one problem. You're going to have to hide your check before I get there because I'm really good. So, what would be the best time for you? When could you do it? I mean, look, it doesn't matter what you can throw out all the crazy ones. I don't really give a crap. What? Yeah, Ryan.
I bought Cutco last weekend.
What's that?
I bought some last weekend.
That's okay. I get credit just for showing it. Now, you'll probably end up buying more when you see me because I'm probably a lot better than the other guy who came and saw you.
I have a kitchen.
And I'll give you a better deal. You have a kitchen? I have a kitchen too. It's where we make food. Do you mind if I come check out your kitchen? 200 products in the book to show. So when a customer says, I have everything, that means they have a homemaker with a free pair of super shoes. That's everything to them. What they don't have is the other 199 things that we sell. You do understand that in your position, don't you? When the customer says, I have everything, that means they have a galley or a homemaker. So again, you notice a lot of these objections overlap. So how would I handle this objection? Hey, that's okay, no problem. That's actually better for both of us. I wouldn't want to do the full presentation and waste your time. I'd like to come over for a quick 10 or 15 minutes, let you look through my catalog, see something you like, great. If not, that's great too. I still get credit anyway. I'm just trying to win the what? So what do you say? Look, this is Girl Scout cookies for college kids. You got to understand, no one says no to a kid trying to win a... The whole phones is predicated on the... That's how you handle every objection. The truth is, that's why it's so hard to say no. One more. What do you mean?
Like, I've been reading the manual before I get a chance to tell them about my process. My phone is will interrupt me and tell me they're not interested.
Did they hang up on you?
No.
So what'd they say?
They're just like, I'm not interested. Sorry, I can't go out.
Okay, cool. Well, the only thing I need you to do is listen. I don't want you to buy anything. So, here's the deal. I'm just a kid trying to win a scholarship. What do you mean just keep talking? It's me. It's Dan. What do you think I'm going to do? Number one, nobody would interrupt me, because it's me. But if they did, I'd probably be like, look, I'm just a kid trying to win a scholarship. Saying no to me is like saying no to babies and puppies. It's really hard to do, and that's why I'm so good, and that's why you're going to love the demo. I only need 15 minutes of your time. I'll come make breakfast for your kids. I really don't care. That's how committed I am to my goals. And the reason I will outsell every person in this room is because I'm genuinely serious about what I say. I am that committed to my goals. When success is as important to you as breathing air, that is when you will move up in your career. Period, the end. One more. Yeah?
What if we're not in school?
So what would you say?
Yeah, all of your answers have been predicated on the fact that we're trying to win a scholarship. I do not think in college.
Same thing for a guy in my division, Chris Blair. So what would I say? Hey, listen. So, give me your situation. Are you married?
No.
Do you have a house? Do you have kids?
No.
You're just a kid who's not in school going district?
Yeah.
Sweet, I like it. We have openings in SEC. So, here's the deal. I'd say, hey, Miss Jones, listen, like, you want to hear my phone approach? Is what you're saying? For somebody not in school?
I'd like that too, yes.
Okay, fine. So, hey, how's it going? You probably don't recognize my name, but I'm actually really good friends with your neighbor, Betty. Now, what do they usually say after that? Oh, great. Well, the reason I was calling is because I'm actually working with a company to try and further myself and further my career. And I've got really big goals, and I'm really trying to get my life on track, and I'm really trying to aspire, and the company's offered me a management position if I can just hit this assignment. Now let me tell you what my assignment is. My assignment is to do a quick presentation for people to get their opinion on it. You don't have to buy anything, I get paid just to show it. But if I can just do enough presentations, I actually have the potential to move into management, hit my goals, and build the life of my dreams. So all I'm looking for is somebody to take 30 minutes out of their day just to help me become successful in life. And Betty thought you'd be nice enough to just help me. Could you help me? I literally just made that up on the spot, but I'm glad you liked it. Do you understand why phone jams are so good now? Are you fired up to make calls? Yeah. Think you're going to get the freaking demos? Yeah. Alright, so here's the deal. I want everybody to try and book 3. Alright, we're going to have some winners. Alright, we're going to do a cool contest, stuff like that. But here's the deal. As you get them, you got to call them out. We're going to be working the room. I need music on. We're phone jamming right now. You have all the tools. You got motivation. You are inspired. You've got a vision. You got to get this trip. Let's get it going. The first person to get 3 is the winner.